just a cup. A cup is only a cup, regardless of what it is made of or holds, surely. Material cannot drastically change something which we understand to have been made in our mutually accepted cup form, as Plato suggests in his theory of forms. Even a cup made of glass, if it has clearly taken on the form of cup with a handle and a wide rim, is not a glass but is universally known as a cup. There are cups of different colours, shapes and sizes. Some might be more correctly termed as mugs, mugs which do not generally team up with saucers as cups do, yet they so often find themselves posing in the widening cup category. It doesn't seem to matter how much liquid they hold, or indeed what liquid they hold, whether that is hot or cold. Regardless of any of this, it is still just a cup. Is it always just a cup, though? It might be a cup of tea or coffee, or on a good or bad day, very much depending on the circumstance, it could be a cup of hot chocolate. On the odd occasion, it might even be a cup of water or wine, or water mixed with wine, or water turned into wine. At what point would the regular tea cup become a precious reminder of the cup that Jesus had to bear? Who in our church history removed the humble and well-known household item of cup, the one that Jesus asked God the Father to take away, yet not my will but yours be done? When and why did that become a chalice, which people may identify with far less, the good old-fashioned teacup? Who knew that a chalice is also a term for a cannabis smoking pipe? Talk about losing context. I mean, if we're talking about context, real, unadulterated context, the Last Supper was a meal with friends. It began with Jesus washing the feet of his friends, properly washing them as an act of loving service. The meal was then punctuated with bread, which represented Jesus' body broken at the beginning, and wine or blood shed at the end. Then Jesus told them to do this in remembrance of him. But which bit? How much of this has just got lost over time? Did Jesus really mean for us to take out two components from that whole meal and focus solely on those? Are we right to ignore the foot washing as loving service for 364 days of the year and only wheel out the bowls of warm water on Maundy Thursday, when for one day of the year we honour this meal fully? And so we focus on the cup. But I'm not convinced that we understand significantly enough that cup of wine, the cup that Jesus drank, as transformative. How can it be just a cup when it led to Jesus to die on the cross that we might live? That is the cup of wine which, in the words of George Herbert, my God feels as blood, but I as wine. It is surely never just a cup, is it? Even if that's all we have.